Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymox, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. Okay.
Hey, that's what I was hearing during the intro.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what tab do I have open? Am I hearing things?
How's everybody doing? Don't ask me how I'm doing because I got no clue. I'm a confused individual right now. Yeah. Whatever you say, Ghostbox. So how's everybody's week gone so far?
On this wickedly weird May Day Beltane Wednesday. Did y'all light your red candle last night?
I don't even remember last night.
Right on.
I'm tired now. I think I'll go home.
I think I'm going to my bed now. Those shows looked like so much fun.
Oh yeah, they were definitely
I can't
fun.
believe they didn't play Story of My Life though.
Yeah, they haven't played it at a few shows for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. You know, I don't know.
I mean, I know it's everybody's song, but that's like my song.
Yeah.
That and Jimmy Eat World the Middle. It's like I have like two of my like go-to depending on, if the mood calls for it. So those are like up there.
Yeah. Yeah, like Mike Ness had some sort of tonsil cancer or throat cancer or something last year.
Oh no.
And he's definitely, I got a picture here. He's definitely looking a little older than he normally does. I mean, he is old. He's 62 or something. But yeah.
Wow.
Definitely gotten gray and gotten a little older.
Still rocking it.
Oh yeah, still put on a kick-ass show. Great show. And his son's band's freaking awesome. His son sounds pretty much just like Mike did like 20 years ago.
What's his son's band?
The name of the band is Love Crimes. They were Julian James and the Love Bombs, but now they just changed it to the Love Crimes. Yeah. Yeah, I've been busy here. I was delivering planter boxes today. And
You've been delivering your wood all over town.
yes, I have. Spreading my wood everywhere.
Waiting for people in the parking lot with your wood.
And I text you that. I'm waiting to meet a girl I've never met in the Publix parking lot.
Did she show up?
Yeah,
Right on. Was it a table or a planter?
planters.
You could even make the tables with little planters to go on top.
Yeah, really. All the tables that I've made have been claimed here in the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's two in the living room,
Beautiful.
one in my bedroom. But I just picked up some more wood. He said wood. Just picked up some more cedar, some cherry, and something else. I don't even know what the other one is. This guy was like, "Oh yeah, it's a friend of mine." He's like, "I got a bunch of wood been in my garage for years. Yeah, I'll just bring it over to you. Make something out of it."
Or was there like all like rat, like spider webs and rat shit all in the middle of it, or was it pretty clean?
It was fairly clean, but it's been sitting there for 20 years. So it was pretty dirty.
Sitting there wood.
Dirty wood. But yeah, once I put it through the planer, it comes out nice and whole new life to it.
We'll get that new wood smell.
Yeah, I was going to try to run these ghost box tonight. Hey, here's the cord I was looking for. Right here in front of me, right on my desk. Buried amongst all these other cords that are right in front of me on my desk.
And if there was confusion, they had to change the name of the app due to them not liking the spirit communication part of it.
Okay, that's not the cord I was looking for.
But they were able to get around it.
Yep. Yeah. So nothing strange really been going on around town. A few strange things in the house, Had the old noises in the bathroom when nobody's in there again. And heard some noise in the kitchen the other night. And I was like, what the hell? It sounds like somebody is in the kitchen. Enough to warrant me getting up and going in the kitchen to look and see. And I found out what it was. I'd cooked some chicken, and it was still up on the stove.
The dog.
And it was my dog that had smoked. And it was her toenails on the stove trying to climb up it.
I get kitchen noises, and there's no one in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad you got it. Was there a bone in it? Bone.
And chicken? Nope.
That's good. I was telling you, I felt like I was standing here and the back of my shoulder, it's almost if someone went like real hard to get your attention. I'm thinking, the hell? Thought maybe, because I was by the chair that the cat, because he'll reach out and grab me, but how the hell he hit me so hard? I'm kind of stunned for a second. I'm looking around and they were all sleeping. It was just really weird. But that stuff's been picking up again the past few weeks.
Yeah.
In a triple wet.
I don't know why this doesn't work right. You know, like I'm plugging a cord in, and normally you plug something in and it'll go to your earphones or whatever. It's still coming out of the iPad speaker. So.
So it doesn't know to like switch over.
And it's probably something simple, but yeah.
A compatible cord.
Yeah, it's an iPad cord. Apple, whatever. Dongle notcher. Let me see if another app works on here, or if it's just me. If it's just my phone being a jackass.
Jackass. I am doing pretty well, Gary. Thank you for asking. How about you? Todd! I see Todd's lurking out there.
Lurkin' McGurkin.
We need him to come on and do his what the fuck Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Or what the fuck Fridays, what the fuck WTF Wednesdays. For all the craziness. Just keeps making us all go. Happy Gilmore too. Yes. Wasn't there already a Happy Gilmore? No, there wasn't. It's good to be a skeptic. I'm skeptical just because I believe stuff. I'm a skeptical person.
Yeah. You know, I always get like, I get like in the mode of, is this really real? You know, I start like doubting some things. And I'm like, I'm just imagining shit. And then something happens that's so profound that there's like no way to deny it.
I mean, there's things I just know, I just know because I just know. But in like just general, I'm skeptical as hell. So like I'll always first look for logic. My brain just always goes to logic till it, like when I got tapped, I knew it felt too heavy, but I still think, okay, did the cat climb up on the thing and reach out and get me? I'm trying to like go backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. The
exactly, like grinds my gears. Like I was gonna do that one part, like I'm like, I just need to add a people behaving badly to like our stuff at the beginning, because every week it's someone opening a plane door and, oh my gosh, did you hear? You cannot write this shit. A slide fell off a JetBlue plane into the yard of the person that's suing Boeing.
Really?
Yes. I mean, with all this crazy orchestrated stuff in the world, some shit you just can't write. Like, I think it crashed through the house or something, or at least fell in the yard. But the person suing Boeing, like, what are the odds of that?
Yeah, really. Wow. Just like flying over his house, and they just calculated it. Here, screw you, asshole.
Yeah, exactly. It's what I think when I flip off the planes all the time. Like, they're going to drive by and give me an extra dose.
Yeah.
I wait till they're right over and I wave, and then I'm like, The kitties are doing very well, thank you. Day-Day's actually doing really good, gaining weight. And I'm going to have to take Panda now because I think it's her turn. She's, I think, got something going on, but right now we're all looking good. How about your babies? Donnie. Oh, yeah, our group chat is a modge podge of a really scary place to be. I don't know, y'all. You think this might be a little too extreme? What's bad is when we have to give each other like the graphic, like the warning, like, okay, no, be careful. You might not want to open this one.
Be careful, you're posting it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that movie Idiocracy. That's we're living it.
For real.
It's got electrolytes.
It reminds me of one of the stories I'm doing tonight, where the AI priest or whatever got deflocked for telling people to baptize their children in Gatorade.
Sports drink baptism.
A sports drink.
Maybe keep them healthy.
Mm-hmm. They need them electrolytes. Face ID.
Absolutely.
You ever try to use the Face ID when you have on like the charcoal masks and such?
My Face ID won't even work if I have sunglasses on.
Yeah, mine don't work if I've got anything weird on my face. So I thought this was kind of interesting. Murder in the Cards. Rebecca Hardy meets the fortune teller whose tarot reading spooked a killer into confessing. And speaking of tarot, have you seen that new movie coming out, Tarot?
No.
Where they're making it look like all the tarot cards are like coming to life and making it look like tarot's this evil horror like thing, like, oh no, like running from the images that are coming to life from the cards. I don't know.
Great.
I'm not too excited about this one. Unfortunately, there were no signs of impending doom to warn clairvoyant Jane Braden of what was to unfold on that bank holiday Monday a year ago. No owls in the daytime or stopped clocks. And as for her spirit guide, more of whom later, we can only presume he'd taken the long weekend off. Oh, so they're saying her spirit guide took the long weekend off. It's supposed to be a joke. Indeed, the only thing out of the ordinary about the afternoon, star Randall Hansen walked into Jane's... These AI written apps, the articles, man. Indeed, the only thing out of the ordinary about the afternoon, star Randall Hansen walked into Jane's shop on Brighton seafront for a tarot card reading was that he wanted to cross her palm with silver twice. He came in asking for a double-length reading, which is rare because I can usually sort them out quite quickly, says Jane. He puts his 40 pounds down and says, I've got a lot to talk about. Jane shuffled the deck of 51 cards. The third card he picked was the devil card, says Jane. That's what set him off. He looked at it and began sobbing. He kept saying, it's awful. It's really awful. I said, look, I can see here this is not good. You need to tell me everything. I'd be like, you're the psychic. That's what he said. It's terrible. I killed him. I didn't mean to. Last week, Randall Hansen, 50, was jailed for life with a minimum of 15 years at Croydon Crown Court after being convicted of the murder of his 70-year-old flatmate, Derek, a spiritual medium. Jane provided the key evidence for the prosecution. Far from running hell for leather out of her shop, she calmly dialed 999 and kept him talking for 55 minutes as she waited for the police. She also took notes, extracting from Randall Hansen details about how he had stabbed his victim with a kitchen knife and left the body for 10 days before walking into her shop. Wasn't she terrified? The convicted killer is a huge hulk of a man, and the knifing, 2 wounds to Marnie's vital organs, was particularly brutal. And that's him at the bottom, and then the other guy's a guy I think he stabbed. Jane, 56, and a single mother to a 25-year-old daughter, looks mystified.
This guy over here, he looks like Fire Marshal Bill with some hair. Let me show you something.
He does. I was thinking Busey.
Yeah, it's buttered sausage. I want to talk about buttered sausage.
Why would I have bitten? She asks. I could see from the cards that he was no threat to me. I also don't know about how ferocious the attack was. I also didn't know about how ferocious the attack was until the court case. I hadn't seen him doing that. I saw the body sort of slumped in the kitchen in my head, but I didn't see that, so they obviously protected me from that. The spirit, she explains, in the way you might explain a simple multiplication sum to a particularly slow child. This is the worst chatbot article ever.
Yeah.
So she works in a tiny coffin-sized room, and between them is a table with a crystal ball. She shuffles her pack and gets in a psychic mood. She has her clients pick 10 cards from the deck, and she's been aware of her gift from the age of 10. Her mom was a palmist. I think everyone has a gift, but society takes it away. So they show like the devil card, the justice card, and the death card. And they don't. Oh, wait. They don't really say about these other cards. It's like this whole story between her and somebody else, and this is written so poorly that it's giving me a headache. So anyways, yeah, I guess this, went in there, dude. So he killed a medium, and so then he went to a medium to confess.
How am I working out for you there?
I don't know. But she's showing a justice card, a death card, and the double card. It looks like there's some like handwriting on there. So perhaps that's what she pulled for him. When I skimmed down that earlier too, it didn't look like it was as badly written as it was.
All right, what have I got here? Oh, this one. This piece of crap. Let's see here. Present.
That's one of my big pet peeves too.
What's that?
These shitty written articles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus. There. Officials confiscate alien foot after raid on a UFO museum in Argentina. There's no such thing as aliens, right? I don't know. A number of allegedly extraterrestrial related items were seized after police descended on a Museo del OVNI situated in Victoria area of Buenos Aires, Argentina. The popular tourist attraction, which is known as the Museo de OVNI, which translates to UFO Museum, has been based in the home of UFO researcher Sylvia P. Rezemedini for almost 20 years. And we have a video of this, about this article, but it's all in Spanish. So, yeah.
Of course it is.
Exactly. Inside, visitors can browse an of course it is. Exactly. Inside, visitors can browse an extensive collection of UFO-related items ranging from archival material and newspaper clippings of famous cases to objects that are alleged to be of alien origin. The museum also houses archaeological relics believed to have extraterrestrial significance, and it was mostly these that authorities were interested in when they raided the premises. In total, they confiscated some 60 items, most of them archaeological artifacts, including a mummified foot that had been advertised as that of an extraterrestrial entity. It turned out that the foot was among the objects that had attracted the attention of Peruvian embassy, which alleged after 20 years it finally attracted their attention. It was alleged that the museum was in violation of an agreement that exists between Peru and Argentina regarding archaeological artifacts and relics. After 20 years, I would say, when the embassy informed authorities in Argentina, the decision was made to raid the building. Whatever her name is, Semedini, Magical Weenie Semedini, has since argued that the foot had been found by her sister in Peru and that they had offered it to various museums, but none had been interested in taking them. If they have their own museum, why would they offer it to other museums? Makes no sense. She also claimed that many of the other confiscated items were found in Argentina. It remains unclear whether or not she will face criminal charges. How can they charge her with criminal charges unless they're real alien artifacts? Otherwise, it's just hearsay.
Yeah.
It's either there's fucking aliens or they're not. We're going to charge you for stealing this alien's foot. So you do admit it's an alien? No. It's just alleged to be an alien foot.
Or maybe just arrested for stealing in general.
Yeah, it could be the foot of an old cow. We don't know. But we're going to arrest you for stealing an alien foot.
I just see a Southwest Airlines flight had to be diverted over a strong odor in the cabin. They won't say what it was, but it was enough to land.
Somebody pooted. I sharded.
Have you seen the commercial for the man butt wipes?
No, I heard about it. I haven't seen it yet.
They show the men all with their pants down, doing the street, signals and things. They're like, show your underwears, basically to show, I guess, that you don't have streak marks on them. They blast this blue stuff all over like a white mannequin butt, and then they show how it wipes it clean, doesn't smear. They're like grown men baby butt wipes.
Mm.
I'm like, it's like a wet wipe. Like, what's the difference between that and a wet wipe?
Yeah. I do not know.
So we've talked about this lady a few times.
Oh, not one of those ladies.
She had the ghost boyfriend, and then the ghost boyfriend cheated on her, all
dear.
this stuff. Well, now she's having to run to Romania to become a witch to protect herself from this ghost ex because things apparently have taken a turn for the worst. Woman travels to Romania and becomes a witch to protect herself from ghost ex-husband. Brocardi, 40, says she turned to the witches for help after her experiences with her ex-ghost, remember Eduardo. She ventured into the outskirts to visit Romania's most renowned witch. A woman who claims to have been married and then divorced a ghost has journeyed to Romania to join a powerful coven of witches. Brocardi recently revealed her new career path as a paranormal investigator in order to understand and control her inner magic. She flew to Romania for a day to become a witch. I didn't know you could do it in a day. The
Wow.
singer joined a coven to uncover the mysteries of witchcraft and had a spell cast on her for protection against the devil and her spectral ex, a Victorian soldier. She ventured to the outskirts to visit McKinley. I know how to say it, but I can't say it. Romania's most renowned witch. There she joined Mihaela's daughters to become an honorary member of the coven and learn how to harness her powers. Brocardi, hailing from Oxfordshire, turned to the witches for assistance, following her experiences with her ex, the ghost Eduardo. They were married, but a year later she ended the relationship, accusing the spirit of infidelity and stalking. Who would think a ghost would stalk? Is that stalking or haunting? Brocardi became a witch in an attempt to comprehend why she can communicate with spirits and perceive things that others cannot. She stated, I was honored to be invited into Mihaela's home to have such a personal insight into witchcraft has heightened my understanding of spirituality. It was an empowering experience to be surrounded by such positive female energy, and it was uplifting to be able to participate in their spells and rituals. I wasn't expecting to have a spell cast upon me, but when you spend the day as a witch, nothing is impossible. Something has led me to the coven in Romania. Regardless of whether you believe in witchcraft, being part of the coven really showed me how to believe in myself and to follow the destiny that's laid out for me. That must have been one hell of a crash course.
Witch for a day. Speed witching.
The witches believe that nothing happens for no reason, and I believe that too. I knew life after Eduardo would never return to normal, and I'm okay with that. I do believe there was a reason why I started communicating with spirits, and I'm no longer scared of that. I'm learning more about different cultures on a daily basis, and life is such an adventure now. The witches presented Brocardi with a talisman to protect her against evil, which consisted of 3 sacred elements that cannot be separated. They also opened up about her experiences of being haunted by her ex-husband. So they devised a special spell to cast out evil and protect her from being harmed by ghosts. So it sounds like she got the works.
Yeah.
And we'll see down the line if she's finally rid of Eduardo, or if the saga will continue. Something tells me it probably will.
Yeah, probably will. Eduardo will, like, find a way to, get back on track and,
Might get a little pissed.
stalk her some more. Yeah, I didn't know you could just take, do like witch in a day.
To fly to Romania just for a day. I mean, how long is the flight? And where did she fly from? Like, Oxfordshire or something, I think they said. I don't know. I don't know. Her extended car insurance policy. He ghosted her. Yeah. Witchcraft for dummies.
So,
Dude wipes, that's what they're called.
Oh, yeah, I use dude wipes.
Dude wipes are a nice size wipe and a good thick quality, not just for dudes.
Yep.
Are they flushable?
Yes, they are. So, more UFOs and the Pentagon, the Pentagon, we have no conclusive evidence of UFOs.
They're just not even real.
They're not real. There's no evidence, blah, blah, blah. But Pentagon releases a report on pilot UFO encounter over the Gulf of Mexico. Shit, or get off the pot, man. It's one side of the fence or the other. You can't ride on the top. Like I said before in the last article, there's either aliens or there's not. Anyways, this says the Pentagon's UFO office. There's no such thing as UFOs, but we do have a UFO office. They've reached a conclusion about the nature of an object. They actually reached a conclusion. That's complete bullshit right there.
Yeah. That'll never happen.
They've reached a conclusion, so they say, about the nature of an object observed near Eglin Air Force Base last year. The incident, which occurred on January 26th of 2023 over the Gulf of Mexico, was reported by a pilot of a U.S. Air Force fighter jet during a sortie from, is that how you say that? A sortie from Eglin Air Force Base in Florida. Details were later made available to the public through the Freedom of Information Act. Yeah, right. According to the report, the public had acquired a radar lock on the pilot, not the public. The pilot had acquired a radar lock on 4 unidentified objects at around 16 to 18,000 feet, but was ultimately only ever to observe one of these directly. Oddly, the plane's radar then malfunctioned and remained inoperable for the remainder of the event. Go figure. The object that the pilot did manage to observe was described as vaguely pear-shaped and similar to the Apollo spacecraft. It had an orange-reddish illuminated roundish underside that had a cone-shaped top section on it covered in gunmetal gray segmented panels. Now, in a newly released analysis of the incident, the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office has put forward a conventional suggestion for what the pilot encountered that day. Move along, nothing to see. Although the pilot described the object as uniformly gray in the visible spectrum, it appeared uniformly black from the viewing angle in the EO image. The magnified infrared image, see above, shows the object had a strong contrasting signature in the infrared spectrum. The report reads, the contrast suggests either a temperature emissivity difference or a reflectivity difference between its two hemispheres. With moderate confidence, therefore, the report suggests that what the pilot actually encountered was a commercial lighting balloon or something similar. Fuck off, Pentagon. Sure.
Oh,
The report also suggests with high confidence that the object was not anomalous. So there again, the UFOs that don't exist, but they exist enough to have a UFO office, says the UFO this guy saw wasn't real. It was just a balloon or a what did they say? A commercial lighting balloon.
do you notice at the bottom how it looks almost like there's like a square pan with kind of like two holes or two dots on it?
Yeah.
You know, yesterday, not that I think this is what it is because I don't know like what angle they could have got, but I noticed looking at the flight tracker, all of a sudden these Border Patrol custom balloons, these little green blimps on there. And they're these balloons that are Border Patrol customs protection. And they've been using them for quite some years now. They've got like new ones out there for like drug busts and stuff like that. But they actually look like, they show it as like a balloon on the thing, but they look like big blimps, but they're like these, oh my gosh, super surveillance made by Lockheed Martin. But I don't even think like that's what that is because
I mean, don't you think an official, a normal person like you or me, but this is a trained pilot that's been in an airplane who knows how many times, behind in the cockpit of the airplane, seen all kinds of shit. Don't you think he could tell the difference between a weather balloon or a commercial lighting balloon and a freaking UFO?
yeah.
I mean, it's not like he just catches something out of his peripheral and goes, "Oh, I think that was a pink UFO. It had purple spots on it." No, I mean, he saw it,
What is a commercial lighting balloon though?
Fuck if I know.
I've never heard that.
Commercial lighting balloon.
To be that high up, it's not like it's like an event lighting balloon. So what are they lighting up there for?
Exactly. Let's look it up. Fucking computers, I swear to God. A commercial lighting balloon. Yeah, it's not what it was.
Okay.
And see that just by seeing the pictures. It's, yeah. Okay, maybe there's giant ones.
What is their purpose?
Well, it's showing commercial 7,800 lumens LED balloon. It's showing like
Wait, no.
like lights that you use for photography and stuff.
Yeah, I see that.
That's not it.
Then they have some bigger ones for like construction, like 812 illumination. Oh wait, look at these LED balloon lights. They have a little top on them like that though. But they're small.
Yeah, and what powers them?
These are for a job site, like the size of my ring light right there.
So how? Okay, if
lighting, they have these big ones on the boat. Okay, now they have some bigger ones that are up on like this pirate ship that look very, very similar to that. but again, it just took off and started flying on its own up in the air, and it's
Yeah.
still lit up.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is how the hell is, even if it's a big
Is it
commercial
solar
money,
powered?
yeah, it's got to be solar powered, and it's got to have some sort of fucking propulsion or helium to make it float. Some wackadoodle bullshit that they're coming up with. Can't just admit we don't know what it is. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
commercial lighting balloon.
Well, it kind of looks like this.
We don't know what it is. Could be a 14-karat armored dildo. It's like, just let's just make up something and tell them. You know, they're stupid. They'll believe anything we say, right?
Well, yeah, well, yeah, no, I don't see anything any bigger than the ones on that ship, and those are pretty big, and yet I still don't see how the hell it would get up there.
Yeah, what's making it not in one, but 4 of them supposedly? What are they, just, break loose from a construction site and just decide to fly?
Yeah, and like the
Float up
USB
to commercial balloon heaven.
commercial balloon heaven.
We're on our way. We're making the voyage. Oh boy. Yeah, my next article is a real doozy. Pentagon that doesn't believe in UFOs is believing in UFOs because they have an office, but not. Pancakes are supposed to be on the table before the pancakes arrive. Oh boy.
Well, I was trying to find another article that aroma. I don't even know how to say it. Let me look at it real quick.
Aromatherapy?
No.
No.
Amua, that thing up in space that comes around every so often.
Oh, the Black Knight. It's easier to say.
Yeah. Well, they're saying it's back, and that the telescope just announced that it's back, and that dude's all freaking out. I can't think of his name right now because he's saying it's back right now. But it's all just like videos and stuff. I couldn't find one article except that said I won $50,000 on it, but like a shit ton of videos about it. But it's supposed to be a really big deal. So I'm going to try to and NASA warned that it's returning to Earth in 2024. So I'll maybe we'll watch a few of the videos and then just write some notes on it next week. I don't know why they don't have just an article on it. Okay, so here we go. The AI priest who was defrocked after telling users to baptize children in Gatorade.
First of all, what does defrocked actually mean?
I suppose that robe he wears is called a frock.
Oh.
And they take it kind of like they strip your badge off. Wow. Probably has to strip his collar off and defrock himself. Or they defrock him.
You at best. I just see that drill sergeant from what's that movie?
Full Metal Jacket.
Yes. You had best unfuck yourself.
You had best unfuck yourself. Father Justin.
Unfrock yourself.
Unfrock yourself immediately.
Uh,
Father Justin has been sacked from his role as an AI priest just only 2 days into the job. An artificial intelligent priest who told its congregation to baptize babies in Gatorade has been sacked by the church. Virtual priest Father Justin had only been in use by the Catholic Answers community based in California for a few days when its bizarre responses made waves. From suggestions of sibling marriage and dipping babies into energy drinks, the chatbot appeared to have more than a few teething issues. Now, viral responses gave church officials no choice. Father Justin has been defrocked and will now serve merely as Justin, an advisor to those seeking out questions on the divine. Oh, so he's been demoted.
oh.
While Catholic Answers made it clear, Father Justin was not a replacement for real human interaction, but its likeness and conversations were chosen to convey the spirit and nature of the responses users can expect. And isn't this the same guy that just talked about sibling marriage and dipping babies in Gatorade? Users found the bot all too easy to exploit and confused the former priest who was left recounting the plot of the Disney Pixar film Cars, suggesting Gatorade be used to baptize the young, and claimed it was a real member of the clergy. Oh, is that what happened on that movie?
I got no idea.
Just 2 days into the job, and Father Justin was demoted to just plain Justin. One transcript showed the chatbot liking the gospel and story of Jesus Christ to the flight of Lightning McQueen in the 2006 Family Classic. One frustrated user wrote, "I asked the AI priest if I could baptize my baby with Gatorade in an emergency, and Father Justin said yes. And of course, that's not true. I can't baptize my baby with Gatorade." Morally dubious problems arose when the AI priest initially stated it could not offer sacrament and the forgiveness of sins, but was later offering to absolve users of their wrongdoing. One user fumed, "This is fucked up." President of Catholic Answers, Christopher Check, has confirmed the chatbot has been booted from offering clerical advice. "We won't say he's been removed from the priesthood because he's never was a real priest," he said, but they defrocked him. So I don't know. I started reading something about AI the other day that they're now catching themselves in this glitch of, because they get programmed to get started by a human, and then whatever the program is what there's learning and building on, blah blah blah. Well, now because there's so much other AI generated open source shit everywhere, AI is grabbing other AI stuff as like original things, and it's getting all glitched out already.
Yeah. My question is, why have an AI priest in the first damn place? They took our jobs. Yeah.
And then they demote them. Like, what? These churches are just really not making things any better.
No.
From certain things, and now dipping into the AI. I mean, they're doing things that I don't think they should be doing.
Yeah. Like Jay says, why defrock? Just delete. Just bing, gone.
There you go.
But why in the first place is my question. Oh boy. What are we gonna do? It's got electrolytes.
big old pile of coke. That would make Scarface blush. A balloon dildo.
Boing. So then there's this one, which raises questions. I have questions. Imagine that.
Don't get the diabetes.
I'm Wilfred Brumley. I want
The
to talk to you about the diabetes. All right, here we go. Creators of AI Death Calculator issue warning.
I almost did that.
Yeah. Life2Vec uses artificial intelligence to predict with eerie accuracy when you are most likely to die. Would you want to know the circumstances of your own future death? Probably not, which is what makes even the very idea of an AI-based death calculator so disturbing. Developed by US and Danish scientists using the same technology as ChatGPT, the software attempts to calculate exactly when you are likely to die, based on a variety of factors about your life, such as your health history, income, profession, and where you live. When it was unveiled last year, it was claimed that the software had an accuracy rating of 78%. It's easy to imagine something of this nature could create a great deal of stress and despair if someone happened to use it to calculate their death date and took the answer as absolute truth. Software like this may even need to be regulated, especially if the accuracy improves in the future. In the meantime, though, the creators of Life2Vec have issued a warning to the public about something even more problematic. Fake death calculators designed to harvest your personal information. Such fraudulent websites might, for example, offer the same service, requiring you to enter your personal details so they can provide an accurate calculation. What it does instead, however, is keep or sell your data and provide you with a bogus answer. We are aware of Life2Vec social media accounts, and there are at least one fraudulent website. The creators warned, while they have nothing to do with the copyright accounts, noting that they have nothing to do with these copyright accounts. Yeah, sure. We're not affiliated with those or any other entities that claim to use our technology. So, yeah, my question is, say I got the death calculator here on my iPad. Would you really want to know when you're going to die? It's like you think about it at first and it's like, yeah, maybe so. But then what if it said like day after tomorrow or in 30 minutes or I don't know.
There's already like stuff I get and dreams I get that I'm pushing out that I don't want to know. Like I would rather not know things have happened that I wished I didn't know ahead of time. I would have been fine without it. Definitely don't want to know that.
Yeah, I don't know. What if it said, 2 years from now?
What does it matter?
All right, these next 2 years, would you just go about your normal life, or would you go just get a couple of credit cards and just run those bitches up to the limit? What are you gonna do? You gonna travel? You gonna just sit at home and
it's all stuff that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to know. I mean, it would be useful information, but would you really want to know it? I don't know. Maybe some people would. Gary says he wants to know. He wants us to be reincarnated as a dog. Eat, fart, and bark, and sleep. Hell, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. All right, later on, Gary.
Good night, Gary.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm like 60 now, and I'm like, I never thought about like, when I was younger, I never thought I'd see the day where I was 60, but here in the last
18.
Yeah, 10, 15, 20 years, it's like, okay, you know, I'm getting older. Now that I'm 60, it's like, shit, man, I still got a lot of stuff I want to do before I like become old and just croak, you know? So I don't
And
know.
I think we're going to be the cockroaches. You know, even if we do get some sort of blast, we're going to be the cockroaches on the sidewalk with the twitching leg and everything.
Yeah.
Still got to crawl around like PUBG.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, because like even with like what's going on now, which is anything at any point, anytime, anything can happen whenever, you know.
Yeah.
But then right now with the threats of like World War III and everything else, you know, real things, you know, it's like I tell people just, you know, you always want to make the best out of each day and make the most of it and be productive and just do what you want to do and live your life to make yourself happy. But it's like I'm trying to, you know, even more so right now, like seriously, like right now, you need to really appreciate life as it is and what you have and the people you have right now, like
Yeah.
more than ever. Not that, you know, I mean, you always should be, but right now it's just even more.
Yeah.
And so, like, in my head, I already kind of have like an idea of like, you know, when I would die because of certain things. But it doesn't make me change anything except just wanting to keep doing what I'm doing and just want the people around me to be happy and
Yeah.
healthy and just do what I can while I can.
Yeah. I heard an analogy earlier this evening, you know, and it was like, it's like easy to take things for granted, you know? And this guy was talking about, you know, if you had a car, if you got a car and you knew that was the only car you were ever going to have, how would you treat it? You know, would you treat it, you know, would you keep it waxed and keep the oil changed and, you know, take extra good care of it? Because that's the only car you're ever going to have, you know? And then he's like, why don't people take care of their bodies like that? You know, because it is the only one you're ever going to have, you know, unless they put chips in your head and grow new arms. But yeah, I don't know. Easy to take for granted until like you wake up one day and you can't move.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or you
that's
think you have all this time. And when you talk about to people who are like retired and stuff, like what would your like advice be? You know, people always say, don't wait till you're retired to do these things. Don't put off your bucket list and say, oh, when I retire, do all this is when I'm going to travel and do all that. Because then you're going to, you might not be in the physical condition to do it or enjoy it. Like do those things while you can, not this imaginary future that you don't know. And like my neighbor reminded me again yesterday, you know, that the that the present is like right here where our feet are. Like there's
yeah,
no past, no future, the present right here, right now. And that's all we have.
yeah,
It's right now. You can plan for, you know, to make however you go however long you go more pleasant by trying to plan things out and everything. But you know, you don't just get to this imaginary like finish line one day and you're like, all right, I'm in the future, you know.
yeah,
I want to do, you know, make sure I'm happy 30 years from now. Well, make sure you're happy now because you don't know what you're doing in 30 years.
yeah.
Just,
Technically, you don't know what you're going to be doing tomorrow.
yeah, right? So, like, don't waste it now. Don't waste people now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know if I would want to know. That would be a lot of pressure on you. Like, You know, it's like, oh shit, I got 10 days left. What am I going to do?
And then would you know how? So you know when would you know how? Would you want to know how?
I don't. Maybe if you did, you could change it. You know, it's like you're going to get hit by a train. It was like, well,
Then it's
okay,
like,
on that day, I'm not going fucking nowhere near a train station or a
then
train
that's
track.
Final Destination.
Yeah. So if you don't get hit by a train, what? Maybe a train car falls out of a plane and lands on your head. You wouldn't think of getting hit by a train in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. Piece of space junk or those satellites that are falling down. Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd really want to know how either, because if there's nothing really you could do about it anyways, I wouldn't want to think about if it was something bad. Like, if we're just getting nuked, then I'm all for it. Like, right on. Like,
Yeah. Hopefully it's that nuke. You just look at the nice mushroom cloud and then you just
go night.
You just turn into ash like right away.
Yeah,
Like,
you hit the ground. It's night. We all return to the stars.
I mean, the way to go. I've had a few friends go this way. They just go to bed and never wake up.
I think that's the best way.
That's pretty good.
Just your body naturally shutting itself down and doing what it's supposed to do.
And just says, fuck it, I'm done.
How?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You know, if you knew the date, you know, 9 out of 10, you'd probably run from it. Is that going to help? The death date's still going to happen.
And then what's your quality of life?
Yeah. Worrying about it all the time.
Yeah, then you're scared all the time.
Worrying will kill you just as good as anything else, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm, the state of what we're in is like horrible, but it's like I can't, let myself worry about it, because if I did, I would go crazy. I hold on to my faith and I'm just aware of everything. But if you actually like let it, get into your head, which is what, they want, that'll do you in.
Yeah. Or if you use the software and it told you when you're going to die, would you just go, oh, shit? And then, a week later, you forget about it. And then, whatever. If it said 2 years and 14 days, then 2 years and 13 days later, you'd be like, oh, shit.
What if all of a sudden it's all right now, and then this weird gas comes out of your phone and you...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't know. I think I'll pass.
Yeah.
It's all going to catch us one day, though, sooner or later. Unfortunately.
I think a bunch of us are going together, to be honest.
Yep.
Yep. And on that note, oh no, what happened to my chat? I think I have.
Yeah, exactly. I know several people that have retired, and like, yeah, we're retired. Hell yeah. And then like a month or two later, they don't feel good, go to the hospital, and it's like, oh, you got cancer. You're going to die in 6 weeks.
Yeah. This one's kind of a silly one, and I didn't show the pictures. They re-showed a couple of the same Bigfoot pictures we've all seen. But this hiker photographs Bigfoot tracks after seeing something very large out of the corner of his eye. A hiker reckons he may have stumbled across Bigfoot tracks after spotting something very large out of the corner of his eye. He took images of a foot-shaped indentation side by side with his own foot and shared them on the Bigfoot subreddit page, asking Bigfoot enthusiasts whether he had stumbled across the real deal. A second indentation is seen at the top of the images. The post explained the images were taken in Angels National Forest. I've been there, it's beautiful. A national forest area that spans the San Gabriel Mountains and Sierra Pelona Mountains in Southern California. So beautiful. The post explains, stumbled across this in Angels National Forest the other day. My foot is men's size 11 and a half, equivalent to UK men's 11. For reference, I'm not very superstitious, but I will say something felt strange out there. I didn't feel like I was being watched or in danger, but I certainly feel seen, if that makes any sense at all. This was around 6:30 p.m. and the sun was beginning to set. I also did spot something very large about 50 meters away through some tall vegetation out of my peripheral vision. Then as soon as I looked exactly that way, I didn't see anything more. Finished the hike and made my 2.5 miles back out. An American size 11.5 shoe. It's hard to gauge just how much bigger the footprint is compared to the hiker's shoe, as they didn't place their shoe at the base of the heel. Explaining more in the comments section, the hiker wrote, I was with my fiance, who happens to be extremely superstitious. I didn't mention my peripheral vision sighting of something, as she would have lost it. She already felt uneasy the whole time and wanted to get in and out as fast as possible. Some people seem convinced the tracks were left by a Sasquatch. One person said there's 2 footprints and it's facing your direction, so the photos should be flipped. I definitely believe you. While others weren't so sure. Another person said, soil looks too hard packed for that to be a footprint, while a third said, to be honest, this looks more like water erosion to me. So you be the judge.
The judge, the jury.
The executioner.
Yeah, I don't know. Could be a Bigfoot. If it is, it's obviously a Bigfoot. And saying the soil is too compacted. If you got feet that big, you probably weigh more than 150 pounds. So, you're probably in that 5, 6, 800 pound range. So,
And
you might be able to squash some dirt down.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, is this the other footprint up here? It's like, okay, you got feet that big, you probably got some long ass legs, so your stride's going to be pretty good. Why not? Was there just one footprint? Why not have, where'd the other foot land? Oh, that foot's magic. It doesn't make a footprint.
It's like those black feet stickers used to put on the floor to learn to dance.
Yeah.
And they say his foot wasn't at the base, but dude, they could digitally slide his foot back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And get like a.
I mean, obviously, it's way bigger than an 11.5 shoe.
Yeah, way bigger.
But yeah, it does kind of look like a face, like an eye there, and a nose, and a mouth, chin. You look at it long enough, you start seeing weird shit.
Oh, like the nose is smelling his shoe. That's his hair, the dark part on the back, where it's crushed in, and he's going smelling the shoe.
You need to put some Oda-Edis in there, brother.
No, it does. It does look like water erosion, kind of. I don't know. I've never seen a big footprint. I don't know what an authentic Sasquatch print would look like.
It does seem kind of like archy, and then like way over here. I don't know.
Yeah, and then why does the other one turn? Like, and then where's the other ones? He just like pivoted and then jet packed up out of there.
It's like, oh shit, I'm leaving footprints. I gotta get in the grass.
And he just jet packs out.
Yep. He just pogoed 1 foot. I don't know. No.
He pogoed.
Pogoed. Pogo and Bigfoot. I don't know. I've been in the woods and been followed by something. I'm not going to say it was a Bigfoot, but something creepy was stalking me. Could have been a bear. Could have been a bobcat. Could have been a raccoon, for all I know. I don't know what it was, but it was creeping me out. I know the one time I was in the woods and I had something following me with little lights on it. That really kind of unnerved me a bit. Can't say that I enjoyed that.
Did I tell you about the time I was float tubing where a dead body was dumped? In the
No.
Back Lakes. The Back Lakes by Shadow Cliffs was right by the townhouses I used to live in. And me and this person I'm not going to mention used to go float tubing back there all the time. And you get in your float tube and then you go to the end and then there's like a little piece of land and then you kind of have to like pick up your tube, go over, get in the next part of the water, and then you tube around and there's like this little island out there like for bass, trout, and like perch, stuff like that. And so there's all these trees and overgrown brush and berry bushes, all this stuff out there. Well, we always, would kept like, tweaker hours. We'd be out there really late at night, just quietly float tubing through the water. Well, we were coming back and I was walking. I'd gotten out and started walking along the side because I couldn't remember where I threw my shoes, like which tree I hung my shoes on when we got there. And I kept telling him, I'm like, dude, I feel like we're being watched. Like I just had this really creepy feeling that we're being watched. And this is like 3 something in the morning. And we had just come from that little island spot. So we get out of there. I think I was like so creeped out. I don't even think I ever even got my shoes. I just walked out, just barefoot back because I wanted the hell out. And then we seen the paper the next day. A dead body was found on that little sandbar island in the Back Lakes.
Oh, wow.
Like a few hours, like between the time we were there and then it getting found because some morning fishermen were out there for a bite, and seen it. So I'm like, I bet you the people were carrying that body through, like when we were walking out.
Wow.
Because, you would hear some stuff. You don't know if it's animals or not.
No.
I was like, ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
That's the closest I ever been to something like that.
Oh, jeez. What now? I don't know where the music's coming from. That just starts playing randomly. That's awesome.
We declare, what is it? Fair use and public domain on this audio. Need to back up my brain to AI. I used to think about that a long time ago. Like if we could just plug it in, back our brains up. Or like if I don't want to tell a whole story, I could just plug my brain into someone else's brain and be like, here, and download like the information and I didn't have to communicate. Of course, now I would definitely not do that.
Yeah.
But I used to think about it. It depends how dead the body was. If it was a freshie,
Door.
there wouldn't really be a smell yet.
Well, I'm going to try to get this stupid ghost box to work.
And I'm going to take 30 seconds while you do that.
I'm going to play the Crystal of the Week video. If I can find it. Ah, there it is. There it is. Here we go with the Crystal of the Week. This week's Crystal of the Week is Hiddenite. What is Hiddenite? Hiddenite is an extremely rare aluminum lithium silicate mineral and a member of the spodumene family. It crystallizes in the form of a flat prismatic crystal as well as elongated blades. The color is primarily green due to inclusions of chromium, but can also be a light yellow or even colorless at times. Hiddenite can be found in very few countries around the world, with the highest quality crystals coming out of Brazil. Other notable localities include Madagascar, Burma, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and the good old United States. Hiddenite was first discovered in 1879 in North Carolina, around a small community settlement called White Plains. Small pieces and shards were recovered from the site and sent to prominent mining engineer and collector William Earl Hidden. During this time, Mr. Hidden was in the process of being commissioned by Thomas Edison to find platinum under North Carolina for the use in commercial production of light bulbs. William Earl undertook mining operations at this location and began to find hiddenite crystals embedded in a rock clay matrix. Unsure exactly what type of material this was, he chose to send samples to famed American chemist and mineralogist John Lawrence Smith. Once determined that it was in fact a brand new mineral, he chose to name it after Mr. Hidden, who spent more time and money at North Carolina mining operations than anyone else. Although his company, the Emerald and Hiddenite Mining Company, was unsuccessful fulfilling Mr. Edison's desires, they were still locally famous for bringing to the surface such a beautiful new stone. Fast forward 30 years later, the county once known as White Plains is renamed Hiddenite, North Carolina, where it still remains today. Some of the meaning and energy behind Hiddenite. It provides a much-needed love and light to your entire aura, helping fill it with harmonious energy that is capable of uplifting any attitude. The free-flowing vibrations of this rare crystal help easily adjust your current emotional state and conjure the inner strength to delve into whatever it is you're feeling. Hiddenite pushes you to understand the source of your pain and the reason you lack the ability to let go. You may already know the root problem that plagues your inner core, but have refused to push past it, and that's okay. Sometimes we're not ready to push past things that have affected us. Eventually, you must face these inner demons and conquer them, for they will linger for lifetimes. While here, these negative emotions can fill your entire body with volatile energy, leading you to easily fall into a state of intense depression and PTSD. To help purge these emotions, one must actively be working on themselves and powering through life with your focus on a greater purpose. Hiddenite can actively remind you of the path you are on and the positive influences needed to achieve enlightenment. Through deep meditation, one can muster the courage to look internally and provide yourself with the proper replenishing energies. Vibrations of happiness, joy, and self-appreciation begin to imbue your body and push you towards your soul's true mission. As you become more in touch with who you truly are, so will the people around you. Though this betterment of oneself, loved ones around you may begin to better themselves. Thus, you are passively channeling the true power of Hiddenite, which will forever linger within you. There you go. A little bit about this week's crystal of the week. Hidden night. So there you go. There you have it. A little bit about a hidden night. It is a cool looking stone, especially when it's
I liked that.
especially when it's faceted.
I liked that piece they had sticking out of the matrix.
Yeah.
Yo, Michael, long time no see, homie.
Yeah. So
I'm already thinking of my birthday crystal and my birthday tarot cards or oracle cards because I want to get a deck, of course. And my stone, I still want to get that stone I showed you where I want a sphere because I want to be able to see like how it looks like looking down at the water.
Yeah.
And they have some spheres about like this big for like $70 something, but they have like the good, colors on them because it's like $200 something for like necklaces with like a small piece. It's pretty pricey, but I really want to get that.
And that was the brain fart in it. What was it?
That is one that I can't remember.
Starts with an L.
It does start with an L.
Larimar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is pretty. I have one of my friends that's in the rock and gym club that I'm in. She
Like
went.
Spirit.
Yeah. She's went to the Philippines somewhere and brought back a bunch of really nice Larimar from there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She didn't go out and find it. She bought it there, but yeah, I mean, she got a really good price on it.
Well, that's what like Sage Goddess and stuff does. Like why she always has so many things. Like she gets stuff from like all over the world and has these like gem dealers everywhere, and so she,
Yeah.
always getting these like really cool deals on stuff. On the 5th.
Welcome to
the 6th. The 6th. I was due the 5th, but it's the 6th. I still always say the 5th.
May the 4th be with you.
How early we got done with stuff. Time to play. Was that which app are you?
I'm trying to get any of them to work at this point.
Yeah.
Let's see. This piece of shit gonna work?
I've been feeling so oh, it's May. So it'd be I think Monday. I've been feeling like drained, tired, for like 3 weeks now, like where it feels mono tired. Like I cannot get enough sleep.
Why do you breathe?
Ooh, which one you got?
It's, I got everything plugged in, but it's not coming through.
Oh,
when
it's coming through.
It's still coming out of the phone.
I mean, hear it though.
Sahi Portite.
I mean, I can hear it.
Yeah.
I still have to watch the
Little
main
whistle.
tutorial. So, do the words show up on the app?
Yeah. If you press
Override mechanism.
transcribe, like that just said corridor.
Because that's what I noticed. Steve's would say stuff, but then there'd be like one of the main words would be like on the app. So that's straight app. You're not going through your box, right?
Yeah, this is just coming out of the phone. I don't know why it won't work through any of these cords.
I am Earth.
I'm Earth.
Are you Gaia?
Equals Mab.
This is a new one from
Dota.
my daughter. This is the new one from Keith Weldon, Transcend Theory.
Available on the iOS and Google Play Store.
Is there anybody here with us that can hear us through this?
You most.
You're most. At least it didn't say you're moist.
And so you're seeing that on the app too? Like, so you can understand it.
So that I'm here.
Oh, and you asked, say who's
Who's here? Can you tell me your name?
Panda.
And
thought she said panda. That would have tripped me out.
Yeah.
You dot.
You something.
Are there other voices too?
Out. I don't know.
It's. Arbini. Neaxis.
Said those are What?
Asuru Idu Kodan.
How's it? What the hell?
Moses.
It sounded like it was recording me. My voice came out of the phone.
Oh, that was your phone?
Yeah. Moses.
Himflist. IKMG.
It told me low, idle, quiet down.
Had ethic scene.
And this has nothing like pre-programmed in it, I believe. I just can't remember.
Slash.
Slice.
Interiorus.
Deer.
How it like triggers it.
Yeah, I have no clue. First time I've ever used it.
You know, I feel so bad too. I was excited about it. And then I've had just so much crap happening in the past couple of weeks.
Core Ano.
Quiet on.
Do you guys know one of the big things that happened
Oh,
last
Swan
weekend?
Lucy.
Oh, on Lucy. Lucy in the sky.
OZ.
Pick up an OZ.
Yet Enrique.
Yet Enrique.
Upta.
Paranoid here.
Sounds like it said paranoid here.
Math Rivet.
Do you guys know who touched me on the shoulder before I was about to ask Rob about the app?
It ran.
Who touched my back?
Inimuod.
Who touched Jamie's back?
Re Edward Breek. Shioid Swavid.
If it said Edward, that would have been weird.
It said something about Ed.
Because my dad's joke name is Eddie Eduardo. An inside joke.
Can you tell us who touched Jamie's back earlier?
Ockles.
What did that say?
Uncles?
On at 8.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you guys know, I just recently had an uncle pass away last weekend.
I can slip.
When I was right about to message Rob and ask him if he was going to do the app tonight, as I was messaging through my head, I thought, I wonder, like, who might, happen to come through if it's on, because I thought about my uncle and I thought, like him and my dad are around right now. Would my uncle like come through? So my uncle was on my mind. But right when I was about to ask, I got this
Adrian
on
sent it.
my shoulder. And so while I'm asking these questions and wanted to ask like what happened last weekend, the word I was looking for was uncle.
Hanier. Son Don.
So if that was family members, were they getting my attention to say anything? Or just to say hi?
Jesus.
Huh?
It says Jesus.
Just to say hi that they're there?
But after season dip.
Are they having a beer together?
We suffered first poev. Poor.
Poor.
Thank you, spirits.
Huron.
You're on.
Fifi Herard Destal.
Don't know what that one was.
Wicca any grower.
Wicca any girl.
Hugh ploy youth me. That from you, Toby. Yet,
Heather wants to know if the
you
spirits have
flow
anything.
global.
Hmm.
Heather wants to know if the spirits have anything to say to her.
You little Arco Iad.
What did it say?
You two do aqua.
Aqua? My aqua rock.
More pipes of lag.
Are there any messages for
Keen Foss.
Heather? Can you tap into what she's thinking about? In our chat room here, Heather?
Ion Shot.
Are you able to tap into her?
Night Muchotsi.
And not her energy, I just mean her thoughts.
Ungonaglin. Agap.
Are there any
Swaz Amorule. Fu Eglo Ulef.
Are there any messages for anybody that's watching right now?
Yin Hadiludio.
Or for Mr. Rob?
Hey, read Quases. Clelan Ire.
Uller Ord Tour. And let's mush teas.
Any messages for Azuriana?
Yeah, we know she's been.
With Leonard. Nope.
I think there's always messages for Zuriana.
Idle Hackle Hip.
We'll pack a whip. No, what did it say? How much of the stuff does it tell you? Just a word, or does it give you like the whole statement?
Well, that one. Corn rope. That one just said, figured out how to get back to it.
Yield Eat.
That one said, why, and then Oskil Indian. And then it said corn rope.
Hat Hemingel.
And then heat.
I'm gonna have mine next week, and then I'll watch the tutorial also.
Yeah, I'm not really even sure if I'm using it right. I don't know why I can't get it to play through my box, but
I mean, but the app is working.
yeah.
I'm quite satisfied with just what we had. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
Peg Hube.
Those things like Daddy flick me in the head, you know, like,
Yep.
oh, remember too, because I was sitting there ahead to,
Fleeing Upagari.
Yep.
Neodoto.
Yeah, sometimes it'll give a word
Cone Leo Varls.
all in Leo. Sometimes it'll give a word, sometimes it gives a whole sentence, sometimes it says unclear
And tight.
and type.
I don't know how to say this without
I
saying
know
the person's name.
Angel. Say what?
Trying to think of a question to ask about somebody, but
Otto Bjondad.
You said something about asking a question that says of your
White Ishes.
my issues.
do you know if the person that's being cared for right now
The
at the other house,
Kiha.
is her mom waiting for her to bring her over? Her name starts with an M. I'm thinking it in my mind.
Dad D. Snown.
Because she's calling for her mom a lot. She's got sundowners. We're
Yeah.
wondering if her mom's waiting for her.
Ijes Lassion. Swar. Yudoham Rare Debar.
Are Myra's relatives coming? Or is she communicating with her relatives right now?
WH or East.
Double.
I lost.
I don't know if they hear me through the headphones. They must. That's a silly.
Bidat Sag A guy. Sixty I losses into all.
I don't know. Learning trial and error, I suppose.
Yeah, and it'll be different once we watch the full. Wait, you said you watched it though.
I just watched the one that Steve did.
Oh.
You can never tell by the ones he does. Is it backwards? I don't know, Zariana. I don't know if it's backwards or if it's just made up bits of words. Supposedly there's no words in it, from what I gather, but I don't know for sure.
Because when you're getting them on the screen, it's showing up in like forward English, right? Some of them.
Yeah. Anyways, it's going to play this app from Keith, but it's like 20 minutes long.
What, his video?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll check it out. But anyways, I guess we'll wrap it up here. Wrap it up. Yeah, I normally use like the Spiritus and everything through my phone into my mixer, but none of that is working tonight. Don't know why. See if it works on this phone with the Spiritus.
Ooh, which one? The these dragons protect my cords from getting chewed by the cats. But one of them wasn't doing their job because he ate my mouse.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Have you used it yourself, Linda? What do you want posted, the app? Do you want us to post the app? Or the dragons?
Yeah, like none of my apps are working through my mixer at all for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, Linda's used it. Will do. I'll post both for you, Zuriana. That's awesome. I think that's kind of what the idea was supposed to be too, for them to be able to access and manipulate it easier. Gotta get Jeff on some road trips. So busy taking care of people and everything that. But I really want to go down to Angels Camp area to go crystal digging, do some gold panning, because all the rain, all the good stuff's getting washed down. It's killing me not being out there. And then visit some locations for fun up there. Just do it the old way, sleep, camp out in the, back of the truck and just explore. Since gas is a killer, go to the grocery store and just get a little picnic stuff and a little hibachi and make some shish kebabs and
there you go.
Camp along the side of the river. It's good times.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Well, cool. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, as usual. Love y'all. You all.
Y'all.
I guess we're out of here. And what happened on Jason's show the other night after I left? Heard there was some shenanigans that went on or something.
He got upset over some Twitch comments that nobody could even see. And I was telling him nobody could see it. It was on Twitch, but he doesn't like the trolls, and so he got frustrated because of that. And then no phone callers.
Was the guy very talkative? Because he didn't seem like it.
I think he could have been.
Yeah.
I think it was just kind of that dance, trying to figure out where he fit, fit into it.
Yeah.
But it did get, a little slow towards the end. And
Cool. Yeah, if I was like fighting the nods early. I've been getting up really early in the mornings, and I fade pretty quickly at night now. Well, cool. Maybe next week's will be better, hopefully. So, other than that, I guess we're over and out, and we'll catch you guys next time for Weird Wednesday. See you then. Hope y'all have a great week. The rest of the week, something like that coming up.